All right. Welcome, everybody. Appreciate everybody coming out on this wintry day. It's been a bad couple of days, but appreciate everybody coming out. Guys, what I wanted to do was just sort of get us all together. This is the 6-year road plan. Oh, that's right. We got to call roll. It's the same. I'm sorry. Thanks, Larry.
Master Combs?
Yes.
Master Berger?
Here.
Master Tudor?
Yes.
Master Bodkin?
Here.
Judge Taylor?
Yes, here. All right, sorry. Let's start all over again. I wanted to get everybody together. We met with the Transportation Cabinet to talk about our six-year road plan, and basically what they're wanting is our top 5 out of all this on this list. It's my understanding that some of these roads have been on this 6-year plan for longer than 6 years, I'll say. But I just wanted us to go over each road one at a time. I don't want any decisions made today. I want us, hopefully we'll be able to sort of see the roads here in the next few days to sort of go over these and sort of let y'all bring back sort of your all's 2 priorities of what you all want for each district, and then we'll make an assessment after that. I think they want this turned in to them by the 24th so that they can get it on the plan.
A week from today?
Yes. Yep. So hopefully we'll be able to see, hopefully the snow will be gone maybe by then. If not, then maybe we can have a little bit of a grace period so that we can see what kind of shape the roads are in.
Well, we meet next Tuesday, don't we?
Yep, so we could talk about
We'll
it.
get it done by then.
Yep. So on your list, we have, Colleen sort of went through there and numbered them. And then on your map, you've got, we'll just start with number 1. And we have a little bit of a description over here of what they're talking about on these. And then there's going to be some of these that are on here that we're actually going to mark out that won't be, because they're already, well, you might have removed on your sheet. These are actually already in the highway plan.
Yeah, it shows that.
Yeah. So we won't have to worry about those because those are already in the plan. So the first road is on 21. And if y'all look at the screen, sort of have it tagged of which is obviously 21 towards Paint Lick. It addresses the safety and level of service on Kentucky 21 from I-75 at Brea to Kentucky 954 near the Garrett County line. And if y'all have any questions at all as we're going through each one of these, feel free just to speak up and ask.
So that's the whole length of 21 then from off 75?
No. If you look on your sheet there, it's talking about 2.439 miles of it.
That's down to the turnoff for White Lick, isn't it, Larry?
Yeah.
Cartersville Road.
Cartersville Road, okay, yeah.
Is that May Woods, where the May Woods sign is there?
Yeah.
You turn left to go to May Woods, yeah.
What are they proposing on that, Willie? Or Judge, all
Complete
it just
resurface
says,
or what?
I couldn't tell you.
address safety.
Yeah, the way they explained it to me on those safeties, it would be like if you got any kind of humps that you come up over, they might take those humps out. They might widen, make things more visible as far as coming around curves, that kind of
Only
thing.
one curve in that one. No
It's
humps.
a dandy, too.
Oh, yeah, it is.
And that, right before you get to that, though, if you're coming back from 954, it does have that hump, and on the left-hand side of you're coming out there, it's got that real soft spot. It always caves in right there. Right now, it's a dip right now. Same way. That was one of the places where you go around that sharp curve, Larry, and start up that hill where they did that road surface, and I guess it was last year when they did it, or a year before, when they kind of put that rough texture in there. It must have helped out a lot, because they,
Experimental blacktop.
yeah, I think
It
that
works.
helps. Mm-hmm.
When you say there's only 5 that we're gonna choose out of this whole bunch?
Grass Area Development District,
Which there's 12 counties.
19.
Oh, 19 counties?
And so, once they look look at each of those, so the dollar amount, it's just the total pot that they have to work with, which they do not know what that amount would be yet, because that would be part of the budget session next year. So they'll take the priorities of all of them and make a master ad prioritization list, turn it into the transportation cabinet, and those would be used as they develop the 6-year road plan for the next year's General Assembly.
Well, they always come before this court each and every year. Roger, I know you remember it. And they will give us what they plan on doing. There may be 10 items on that, but you only have enough money to do 7. I just wonder if some of these are gonna be some of those.
I don't know,
When they always come before the court?
well, it probably was about this time.
That's
I mean,
what I thought.
But, they would have
But-
been here today to answer some of these questions, but they can't get here, I guess.
Would they have come, would that have been, Larry, when they actually had their actual highway plan?
Correct.
Yeah.
What
All
I'm
right.
saying is, when they come to court, it wasn't much of a discussion on what we was gonna get. Here's what you're
Here's
gonna
what
get.
we plan on doing.
Yeah.
Right.
And you could move it around a little bit, but we normally kept it the same, didn't we?
Yeah, well,
Well-
the judge and the road supervisor usually had discussed it with them.
Well, this is the highway plan, which is probably what they came in and talked to the court about, because this is already basically done, this is a done deal. They are going to do these different jobs, these different projects.
I don't believe that.
This is basically your wish list of what, in a perfect world, what all that you would get. And it's my understanding, in the past administration, they would have just done this themselves.
Well, they always
But
come before the court and would present us something in writing with a map and show what they wanted to do. And they'd always have more than the money was there, because of gas tax and
Yeah.
stuff. So I thought surely they'd come back and do that again. Of course, Ballinger's not there anymore. We got a new person, so
Kelly Baker, yeah.
I don't know what we're gonna do.
But and they might still be planning on coming in for the actual highway plan. But this is your wish list of what all that you'd like to get done and accomplished. Obviously that's what they call it, it's a 6-year road plan. And the 6-year road plan can obviously change quite a bit over 6 years. So ultimately, we just need to try to get our top 5 that we would want to
Is
basically be our priority.
that, out the end, is that the cost of that one project, $9 million?
Yep. Yep.
For 2.4 miles?
Which is one of the cheaper projects on here, just to be honest.
Yep.
You pay for that one, Tommy, and I'll pay for the next one.
Get it.
As soon as you get that and pay for it.
This road here, this is in Larry's district, but this road, it's got some obstacles on it, and it does need some safety improvements on it. They've got a rock quarry that's down there that them gravel trucks come out of all the time, down there, and then they've got that real bad curve.
You talking about the first one on the list?
Yes. Mhm. That one's got some issues to it.
First part of it there is real narrow, has really poor drainage and real deep ditches. There's always somebody in those ditches there. A lot of accidents on that section.
All right, we'll go on to number 2. This is also on 21, and this is a 1.946 stretch to improve the safety and level of services on Kentucky 21 from US 25 to Kentucky 10 or Kentucky 1617. And so this is heading out.
That's
Toward-
Town Road.
Yep. Any questions there?
Well, of course, the third one here's got 21 on too, so the first 3 is all involved in one road there, Kentucky 21.
Okay, 121, yes,
No, construction's actually on 21, I'm sorry, it's not on Everton.
Yeah, but that, this would be on the other side. The first one was Paint Lick, toward Paint Lick. This one would be out toward,
That's Big Hill Road.
Yeah, this would be out
Okay.
towards Big Hill.
Okay.
Yeah.
Toward Indian Fort going out
Yeah,
that way.
that's right. Yep.
Is that what they call that, 16, 17?
No, 16, 17 is Gavertown Road.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. But they're just saying that they're coming from 25.
Out to that road there.
Out
They're just
to-
coming to Gaverton.
Yeah, that's
Out to
right.
16,
Where the
17.
Blue Lick Road comes in there, Larry. That's in your neck of the woods, ain't it? Pretty close.
Yeah. Close.
The next one's number 3 on yours list, and it's a 3.13 mile stretch. And it's to reconstruct Kentucky 21 from Kentucky 1617 to US 421. So you'll pick up there at Gavertown Road and you'll go all the way to
Big Hill.
Big Hill. Yeah. Yeah, right there at the store.
If any work needs to be done, that's the road needs to be worked on. I mean, it's fail.
Yeah.
I figured there's more than 3 miles on out through there, though.
I would have thought so too, but
Well, that's 5 miles. That's 5 miles basically. Is it about 5 miles, Larry, from 25
Yep.
to 421?
yeah.
Yeah. Number 4, y'all can remove, because that's already in the highway plan. Number 5, you can also move or remove, because that's already in the highway plan.
Does the part that what it was showing here, on that particular one, that they were showing the part there where it's coming out of Richmond, can we look at that in a little better on the map? Number 5. That was supposed to go all the way out to the split at 421. Well, all it made it to was down there just on the, not coming out of Richmond. So there's a whole lot left on that, and all that's still in, that's in on the highway plan?
Yes. Yeah, they're basically right there about, right past Clark Moore's.
Right. That's about where it finishes up. But it's supposed
That's
to-
where it stops, but it's going on to 421.
Okay.
Yeah, past Duncannon, and that's what the transportation cabinet told us, that these two were already in the highway plan, so they could be removed off of our 6-year road plan. All right, number 6 is Kentucky 52. And that's our stretch from the bypass all the way out to where I-75 crosses over Lancaster Road, basically. That's right past Elliott Ford Road. And the description is relieve congestion and improve safety on existing Kentucky 52 from the I-75 interchange, which is the overpass. It's really not an interchange. To Kentucky 876, which is the Richmond EKU bypass, eastern bypass.
That's still gonna remain 2 lanes, isn't it? Or it doesn't say anything about
Yeah,
widening.
they don't get,
They're just gonna improve it.
they never
don't
got into that. And one of the things that I want y'all to realize too is that, we can give recommendations and give opinions for, if we feel like that, hey, Lancaster Road, if you're going to be doing this work, is there a possibility to make it 3 lanes to where you potentially do have a turning lane? So those will be options potentially that could come down the road. Number 7 is Kentucky 52. And that is the section that where Irvin Road is 4 lanes, right there at Charlie Norris, I believe.
Where the entrance to the Army Depot is.
Yeah. No, that's got it starting and on down. No, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so basically it's extending 52 on toward Irvin. And yeah, it says from Charlie Norris Road to the Estill County line. So, which is about 6.3 miles
they don't list any of the specs on these, what the plans on actually doing, other than just improving.
No.
And they indicated when they met with us that that's on purpose, so that they will come out and do an assessment, and then they're giving you basically a ballpark figure of what they think their worst case scenario is, and then they'll decide whether it's gonna be a 3-lane with a passable, whether it's gonna be an extension of the side lanes.
For that kind of money, I don't think they can add another lane in there, do you, Willie?
Well,
That's not a lot for that length of mileage.
Yeah, you're
I
talking,
don't know what the first section costs.
I don't either.
well, it's only 6.3 miles, so it's not tremendous length, but $34,000, I doubt we'll put, or 34 million, I doubt we'll put another lane in there, though.
Well, you got a bridge down there before you get to Waco that they'd have
Right there at the
to
little,
do too,
Is that Muddy Creek?
Muddy Creek.
Yeah. Yep. All right, number 8 on your list is Kentucky 374. And this is another one addressing safety issues on Kentucky 374 Madison County from Kentucky 499 at Speedwell to Kentucky 52. That's all there in behind the depot. For us from Crooksville Road.
somebody's always running off of that on one side or the other in those little curves. Of course, they're driving too fast on it, but
And that's a 4.8 mile stretch. One of the things I also want to talk about is the way they explained it to me. There's sort of 3 phases of once one of these roads go to the highway plan. And Colleen helped me. There's a design phase.
Design, right-of-way, utilities if necessary.
And then construction.
phase.
Yeah,
So it's a 4-part.
right. So it's like the ones that we removed on here. That's why they get moved to the highway plan, is because they're in one of those. They're somewhere in one of those phases, which typically, I think the way that they talked about, like 25 going out toward 421, that it would be in the right-of-way phase. It's already, the design phase already been done, and so it's in the right-of-way phase now. Moving on to number 9, it's another section of 374. Address safety issues on Kentucky 374 Charlie Norris Road from Kentucky 52 to Kentucky 9, 1986 at Union City. So that's that stretch all the way from.
yeah, the little community, Union City, all the way out to 52.
Yep. Which that's a road that definitely could have safety improved on it. Number 10 is 388.
Can we back up on the one that we just come from there? That's
Sure.
That's in your district, I know, but isn't it from Box Ankle on to Union City? Hadn't that been blacktop in the last few years?
It's been several years, hasn't it, Willie?
But it's,
I
but
can't
it's,
recall how long.
but it's newer than the rest of it coming on across to,
I don't know if it is or not.
is that right? Maybe,
I'd have
maybe,
to look on that.
well, it's not my district, but I can remember last time I was on it, which has probably been 2 or 3 months ago, I can remember, because I'm just not out that way that much, but I can remember, it seemed like the blacktop was.
I don't know if it's that much newer than the other
Okay,
roads, really.
sorry.
No, you're good. Number 10 is Kentucky 388. This is improved safety on North 2nd Street, Kentucky 388 from Main Street, US 25 to Kentucky 1986. I think 1986 is Union City.
For the
Where it
underpass.
goes under
Yeah.
the bridge.
Yeah.
Railroad bridge down there.
One of the things that I brought up here, and I know probably most of this road is actually in the city, but one of the things I brought up is that there's a lot of congestion at Madison Central and Daniel Boone in the mornings, and a lot of that congestion is because of the students now park over behind the old Phillips Lighting Building and they walk across. I mean, I asked them, in a plan like this, in part of this plan, could there be like an overpass, like a cross?
A walkway, you mean?
Yeah, you know, have a overpass that goes up and over for students to be able to walk up and over instead of, I mean, you know, it's a safety issue for our kids. It's a safety issue for our teachers because they're out there in the mornings and in the afternoons holding up stop signs and stopping traffic. And they said that is a possibility if that was something, you know, if we wanted to make that suggestion on.
Well, Bria's had that same problem right there on Chestnut Street, and they've tried and tried and tried. No help.
None.
And then, you know, those kids, they don't go to the light. They've got a special place. And they send one of their officers out there, not the city, the college, and stop traffic at certain times. And then there's a flashing light there. I mean, if you come up and somebody's standing there waiting to go across, you're supposed to stop.
Yeah.
I mean, you've been there many, many times.
Yeah, that's where that boy got hit a couple of years ago.
Yeah. You either need an underground or overpass one.
Yeah.
But the city of Brea, you know, has been trying to get that for years and years, and I don't know if they'll ever get it. Probably get it if they pay for it.
Yeah. Number of same road, which just goes on out to Red House, I believe it is. Yeah. Looks like it's got it stopping sort of there at the top of the hill where Red House Baptist Church is. But this says it goes to Red House, so.
It goes to the
No, it's-
underpass.
It's down to the
The
underpass.
underpass at the bottom of the
Oh,
hill.
bottom of the hill there at the,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
where one goes,
Where the
goes up the
railroad
hill,
goes
one
across.
goes across
yeah,
Yeah.
okay,
Peacock Road there.
yeah.
Goes to the church at the bottom of the hill.
Of course, that's a 4.05 mile stretch. Next one is number 12. It's Kentucky 499. Again, it's another one that's improved the safety on Kentucky 499, which is Crooksville Road between US 25 and US 421. That's a 1.4 mile stretch. So that little section, I think, is right there at Kaler's Marina on 25. And it comes out over there right before Kingston. There used to be a little old store there, Larry.
Hilltop.
Yeah.
We just recently blacktopped that. I believe last year when we.
Yeah, last year.
It has new blacktop on.
One of the things that I've been getting a couple calls on 25, just for y'all awareness, is some people have requested a caution light there on 25, there at Kaler's Marina. And then Mentalist is right on up from it. And they say it's hard to turn out of there. People fly, you know, obviously on 25 down Brea Road. So,
This place has got some guardrail issues too on the where it runs into 25 there on the right-hand side where Kaler's is. You've got guardrail on the other side, but you don't have any on that side toward Richmond there.
yeah.
And then all the way coming across that road, there's 2 or 3 places where guardrail's knocked down. There's not anymore. Maybe that's part of the improvements across there, I don't know.
13, it's another extension of 499. I think it's on the other side of 421, I believe. That's where it starts. Yeah. So it's running, which it's a pretty good stretch. It's about 9.5 miles. Runs from 421 on Crooksville Road all the way to the Esther County line there. I think it's there in Panola. Yeah, it says Panola Road right there, yeah.
Yeah, it's 9.5 miles.
Yeah. Of course, that's improved the safety as well.
That road's really narrow and it's got real steep drop-offs on both sides. You get off the side of that rascal, you in for it. That's a bad place, and that's a cutoff. A lot of people come out of the depot there when they're going home, especially live on the Irvin side,
Yeah.
and they use that to cut back across, then go up Old Speedwell there on the
Right.
other side where they're wanting to make improvements. That was
Yeah.
one of the other ones up there.
Now, Willie, where's, that new bridge you're talking about building out, going into Estill County, is it?
It's not on that road.
Okay,
It's over here on the, not shown on there, but it's called Knob Lick.
Okay.
But
I thought it come out
but you
Panola
take
there.
Panola
to
Road
it.
to get to Knob Lick.
It splits off not
Yeah.
too far out of Panola there.
It's on, out this way.
Yeah.
It's the line between us and Esther County, the bridge, isn't it, Willie?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's near that, it's not shown there, but it's right near where it says Panola, and the yellow dot is right in that area right there.
Yeah.
Number 14, which obviously I think it's on your sheet, is removed. That's the section that's already in the highway plan down there on Peggy Flats there at 595 where they're going to widen that out. Is it Gwen Road that turns left? I think.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Gwen Road, yep. Number 15 is 627. Improve the level of service on Kentucky 627 in Madison County between US 25 at I-75 to Kentucky River at Boonesboro. Some of these, I mean, I don't, Boonesboro Road to me is a good road. It's safe. The only thing bad about it is the intersection.
Yeah.
Getting off that interstate
It's
there.
terrible.
Until you
It-
get that fixed, it's gonna
yeah.
be a mess.
It's got a lot of truck traffic on it, but I mean, I'm like you, the road's not that bad a shape right now.
And
I can see.
it's safe, you know. I mean, there's really not any,
Right.
you know, bad curves really or anything like that. So now the next one is a big one, and I'm tickled to death that it's already in the
Well, the
it's
problem,
already in the plan and
problem
it's already
there
on the highway plan.
it's been in the plan probably for 12 years now,
Yeah.
you know.
But now they've told us that we can remove it from this list, so that means that
They're gonna do it.
yes,
Well, I mean, they've been planning on doing it for a number of years, but they keep putting it off.
yeah.
Of course, they got their reasons. They're not gonna tell us, I don't think.
So 16 we remove.
That doesn't look like a lot of money for that, though. 18 million, I would've figured it'd have been 25 or 30
Well,
million.
that's just to do the intersection there and the bridge.
Yeah.
And the,
Colleen, on the
no
on the
road
ones
bridge.
that they removed, what would this have been the total, or if they've already got through the design process, would they have changed that total number? Could that one have been more?
It might, depending on how long it's been on the list.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been there
Well,
forever.
I mean, the design and everything's done on this. They promised
Right.
us 3 or 4 years ago that they'd start pushing dirt, and they never have.
But what I'm saying is that $18 million number could be a lot more because they've already paid for the design. They've already changed it down to
Yeah.
where it's ready maybe
That's
for
true.
right of ways or construction is what I'm
Right.
getting at. Yeah. Number 17 is Kentucky 876. It's a 4.2 mile stretch on Barnes Mill Road. It's the reconstruction from, I don't know what that E is, E of
East of Redwood.
east of
Drive.
Redwood Drive to Kentucky 595.
That
So-
road actually is, I know they're showing it past Redwood, but it's semi-improved all the way down there to the creek down there at Minerges. That from there on really is across the bridges where it starts getting in pretty bad shape.
Which they redid Page Hill. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, they redid the Page Hill there.
So you wouldn't be talking about 4 miles worth of it.
No.
Part of that's finished.
Are they having any trouble with that slippage area down there anymore, Willie? They got that stopped pretty
It's
good.
holding, it's hadn't moved since the last time they worked on it.
18, Kentucky 876, to improve safety and reduce congestion, including assets management on Kentucky 876 from the I-75 interchange to US 25 in Richmond. So, of course, we know this is basically our eastern bypass that runs from 25 all the way out to 75.
That's the new,
It's the old bypass.
That's the old section.
Yeah, it's from exit 87. It's basically exit 87 at 75 around to Irvin Road,
oh, okay.
Yeah,
or I'm sorry, Brea Road, Big Hill Avenue.
Yeah.
there,
I was thinking the wrong way. I was thinking we went the other way.
Run
You know,
Kroger's
we
there.
know we have a lot of congestion problems on the bypass there in that section. Just because of all the businesses and all the grocery stores. 19, this is Kentucky 2879. This was a little bit of a confusing to us a little bit because you had 2878 but it's actually 2879 that they're improving.
Service road out there, is that what? And it's,
Yeah, and I don't, that 2879, I believe it just goes up there and dead ends. You know, this is where you come under the tunnel
and turn right
and
instead
turn
of.
right.
Go
And,
back up there to one
Yeah.
farmhouse.
yeah, I don't understand
I
why.
think that'd be priority right
No,
now.
I don't understand really why it's on here.
I
But
don't know how bad that road's.
now, if they were gonna, if they were gonna basically run it all the way to McCord's farm, 99.99 improved connectivity from. Oh, this is the Nicholasville
Oh,
to
okay.
I-75 in Madison County.
It's been removed, ain't it?
Back to that last one, it's just 2.2 miles, if that would be all the way to the bypass, is what this project was. It wouldn't be just for that section that you're showing.
It'd be taken up to the bypass.
Oh, we'd be taking it all the way through.
Yeah.
Okay,
With 2.2 miles, it would.
all right.
Near I-75.
So near I-75 at exit 90 in North Richmond. Okay, so then that does make sense that it's on here, if that was ever be a possibility.
Yeah.
Yeah. It would definitely be easier access for all those on Colonel Road.
It'd alleviate a lot of traffic from going down 25 past Whitehall School.
School, yeah.
Yeah, it really would. And that'd been looked at in the past, just don't know what happened.
Number 20 is,
Been removed.
it's been removed, so I don't know what that means. Might mean be like Boonesboro.
Yeah.
Boonesboro interchange. Yeah, it's in the highway plan, yeah. Number 21.
This next one was not mappable, so we don't have, we have to reassess this one. Bluegrass had to pull, they didn't have it on their map either,
Okay,
so we'll have to get that.
so we'll skip it. So 22.
Well, before we pass that one, wouldn't that be the proposed new part, the reason it's not mapped for Nicholasville? That's my idea.
No, that'd be the one on,
That's the west side.
well, this is,
2876 and US 25, Larry, that's.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think this means from the bypass going over to 25, like going out Brea Road somewhere.
No, it should be the west side of Richmond, that way, on Crutcher Pike.
Okay.
Farms Mill Road,
Yeah, it does
back
say
around
west side.
25 North is the way I take it.
Yeah, unless they're, where's Kentucky 876?
Farms Mill Road.
Barnes Mill.
So that'd be,
Well, it's also the bypass in Barton.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay,
So to provide connectivity on the west side of Richmond between Kentucky 876 and US 25.
They probably are talking somewhere away from over the interstate somewhere on Barnes Mill,
Lane,
going across to 25. Yeah, like out in the country a little bit somewhere.
past Johnny's Lane before Crutcher. Be my
Yeah,
guess.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, we'll be surprised when we see it.
Yeah,
That doesn't sound like a lot of money for a project that size.
it,
No.
it really don't. Mm-mm.
The next one is 22. It's US 25, relieve congestion, improve safety on US 25 from Kentucky 1016 to Highland Drive in Brea. I think that's somewhere right there around Glades Road.
That's pretty much the strip.
Oh, is it from 1016 back to like to Boone Tavern?
Well, Estill Street there is right up at the top of the hill up there, so
And
it's, that's almost the whole strip.
Highland Street's right along there where the Save-A-Lot and that grocery store chain is, isn't it? Tom?
It's on back down a little bit. It's down there, right before you get down to, the turn-in for Shannon Johnson where the church used to be.
Yeah.
The Church of God used to be. It's a medical facility now, new medical facility right
Oh
there.
that's
Right across from.
that's right there at the hospital, all the way back down towards Glades.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's down all the way almost to the end.
No, it's almost to the bypass,
That's
isn't
the
it?
whole strip, yep. That's all of it.
This description is
Where is the bypass? Why isn't the bypass on this map?
It's on north of that.
Oh, it is?
Not,
So is that Highway 956 is the,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
is the bypass?
And then they
All
got the
right.
projected new one on out
Yeah,
there.
okay, I got you. I wanted to say Brea Bypass, I don't want to say Highway 956. All right. 23 is US 25, improved level of service and safety on US 25 from Highland Drive in Berea to US 421. So that's the whole other stretch of Berea Road, Richmond Road, whichever direction you're coming from, to 421, which is a pretty good stretch, 6.4 miles. Which I guess would tie back in with the other one that comes from the Duncannon area.
Back this way.
Back this way, yep. 24 is US 25. It's a .1. Eliminate sight distance problems and increase safety at the intersection of US 25 and Kentucky 499, which is the marina. We're kind of backing back up there to the marina. Is that correct? Yeah.
Is that,
It's,
Eliminate side distance problems, increase safety.
Yeah. So Menelus is on up.
from Crooksville Road coming up that hill there is what it is.
Yeah.
for that kind of money, though, they're probably not talking about any actual road work that much, probably just lighting and signs and.
Could be
guardrail.
lighting, sign,
Guardrail.
it could be cutting back,
Yeah,
you know,
You know-
growth and stuff on the roads.
You think it might be a turn lane?
Turn lane there to take that traffic so they don't have to stop and then run in the rear end of them there
Yeah.
going over that hill.
It needs a turn lane there the worst. That's what it is.
You got two roads almost straight across, Pioneer and Crooksville.
Yeah.
Of course, Pioneer's just a little subdivision there, but it gets some
There's
traffic.
a lot of homes in there,
Yeah,
though.
it's a lot of traffic on it.
Yeah.
yeah.
25's removed. That's a major widening from US 421 to Kentucky 876, Richmond bypass in Richmond. It's a 3.54 mile stretch there.
Now, we've got completed, actually marked on our sheet here, but that's not completed.
No.
Because that's the stretch in there from, part of it's finished, where it comes out of Richmond, the part's finished, but from the part over Estill, Fort Estill Hill down to the split, that's what that part of it is. That's what they're showing there, and that part of it's not completed.
It also says there are additional funds needed in addition to the funds that's already scheduled in the 6-year plan. So I don't know if that's,
I wonder if that was where they talked about like the design phase is completed.
When you met with them, you would question this one as well, whether it was fully completed
Yeah.
or not, so we can follow back.
Yeah. And guys, they were supposed to be here today due to the weather. I guess they couldn't make it in, but just so for everybody's knowledge. 26 is US 25. It's a .7 mile stretch to improve safety and reduce congestion on US 25 from Kentucky 876 to Kentucky 52 in Richmond. So that's the little section around the new bypass, or the bypass from Berea Road, Beagle Avenue to Irvin Road.
We'd want to check on that one too, I think, Judge, simply because part of that's already been fixed there. You know, we
Yeah, I know.
turn in by
Because of
Adams.
the intersection.
That's
Yeah,
been
they
widened up there,
Yeah.
straightened up a little bit, so that might not be. And coming back the other way, you know, they've got that big turning lane there coming so you can get back to Berea.
Got two now.
Yep,
Yeah.
two, that's right,
Yeah.
2 lanes. That, part of that might already be done, so, you know.
Yeah, they're past the John Deere place now.
Now, and one thing too, I want y'all to know that we can remove any of these if we don't think that they need to be in our 6-year-old plan. And we can add ones that aren't on here. There's, the way they talk, some of these have been on here for 20 years. So, 27. This is, I think, the new bypass, where it's to address anticipated congestion and safety issues on the Richmond bypass from Kentucky 52 to I-75 interchange north in Richmond. It's a 3.67 mile stretch, which when I was in the meeting with them, you know, I felt like that, you know, that really deals with the city of Richmond and their planning and zoning of how they design their developments and how they sort of, because the city of Richmond's planning and zoning, they're going to create the congestion problem there with how they approve streets and intersections and that kind of thing. And a little bit of it has already started. You know, Eastern Bypass used to not be that way until they got so many stoplights.
Right.
Now the new bypass is starting to do that. You know, they didn't have a light at the Shell there. Well, now they've put one. You know, and then they'll continue just to probably.
Be just like the other end.
That's right.
Won't be no bypass.
Yeah.
It might be a couple of years before they get any of that Burnham property developed, though, mightn't it, Larry?
Could be.
Kathy's still
Kathy's still in charge.
control it.
Yeah. I'll agree with you. That's more of an issue for them than us.
Yeah. 28. It's US 25 to improve level of service on US 25 from Jacks Creek Road north to I-75 interchange in Madison County. And I believe, if I remember right, was that going to Boonesboro?
Uh-huh. Well, not going to Clay's Ferry.
Okay, it's going all the way to Clay's Ferry. Okay. So,
That's a long stretch.
yep, 11 miles. Yep. And again, some of these could be done in phases.
28.
Seven, the
7
next
miles.
one's 11.
Oh, 7 miles, I'm sorry. And you know, they could come in there and say, okay, we're gonna do the first section from Jacks Creek to Clay Lane, you know, and then, you know, we're gonna do the next section from there on to, you know, the White House Shrine Road. So I'm sure they could do it in all kinds of different phases, but
That's actually, whose district is that anyway?
mine.
Is that yours? That little road, it's as narrow as it can be, and I know it gets a lot of traffic, people.
Well, it's really not narrow, but I mean, the 2 lane, I mean, it gets traveled a whole lot. I mean,
it's a bunch.
I'm just wondering for that kind of money, I mean, that's why we need them here.
Yeah.
What are you doing for that kind of money?
When they have an accident on 75, I mean, it just takes
That's right.
the blunt of the
Yeah.
traffic. It's just unreal how much everything goes down 25 there.
And I mean, there are some tough curves on
There is. And
25 on Lexington Road there.
Yes, not as straight as it shows it.
No.
no, it's
No.
not. The other thing you gotta look at too is, as far as right now, that's where the growth is, that's where the traffic's gonna be.
Yeah. Well, and a lot of people right now even bypass, they even bypass the exit 95, the Love's Truck Stop exit,
I don't never.
because of it, and they'll come on down 25 instead of hopping on interstate, you know.
When I'm going north, I go all the way to Clays Ferry
Yeah.
before I ever get on. That's-
Yeah.
A lot of people do.
The next section is US 421, proof safety and level of service on US 421, which is Battlefield Memorial Highway, 1.55 miles north of Rock Castle Madison County line to US 25 in Richmond. So this is the whole section, almost of, I guess it'd be right there
It's showing
below the
past,
hill, I guess below the,
past Crooksville, it goes past Crooksville.
Well, that's from the split all the way
yeah,
out.
that's from the split all the way, I guess, to the bottom of the big hill, ain't it? Would that be the bottom of the big hill?
All right, it will go into the new part where it starts up the hill,
Yeah.
because Alexander Road's there on the left.
That's probably where it goes to 4 lanes, isn't it?
Yes.
Which, you know, again, I think, like, down through Jackson Holler there and stuff, I think, oh, that's pretty new blacktop, ain't it?
Well, we put some experimental blacktop in places,
It's got the non-skid through there at the curve.
Okay.
but now that road is, drainage is what's killing that road. We've got a lot of tiles that are collapsing.
Yeah.
I'd say from where they're talking about to where they're in it, you're probably looking at 10 tiles. It's got to be replaced.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not all my district, but a lot of it is.
Well, I think from Pilot Knob Church there, I mean, that definitely could be improved safety-wise all the way
Yeah.
up to 1016.
Absolutely.
You know, it's a kind of a dangerous stretch right through there.
You know, I wish there's some way we could take curves out of Jackson Holler, but, you know, we've looked at it and looked at it. The best thing we can do is keep the non-skid blacktop there and keep the sides trimmed back so you can see. And people just gotta slow down.
Yeah.
I hope for $53 million, they can straighten it out a little bit.
Well, they gotta put it either on that hill or in that creek.
It's a mess.
But if y'all want me to say this would be top priority, yeah, it would be, because it's 53 million.
It is bad through there, though.
Oh, it is.
And that's the end of the list, guys. Anybody have any questions?
There's one additional.
Oh, okay.
On the map. Everyone can see it's written on the bottom of their list, 07076 BO 421 2.0. However, it showed on their map, but the Bluegrass ad couldn't tell us what the descriptor was. So they were investigating that one as well. So it's gonna be in your area. If you look at this map, it is just north of number 29.
Oh, okay. It's the, it would be we can number it 30.
If you want its number,
Yeah.
you could, yes. I just don't have a description for you on that one, because Bluegrass ad did not have a description.
Yeah, right here.
Correct.
That would be the intersection of 499.
Correct. So as soon as I have a description for you on that one, I will send that.
So 499's, that's that Crooksville Road that comes from 25. So it's,
That would be in Tommy's district. That'd be in Tom's district.
Can I borrow this right here?
oh yeah, yeah, you can have that one. I got this one. It just doesn't have it numbered.
It's, you know, it's a
Talking about
bad,
Tom.
yeah, it's a really bad pullout spot right there.
This one.
But if you think if
Right
they,
here,
if
this
they did the
intersection.
improvements,
If you're gonna do the other project, that's
you'd
gonna
think
probably
it would
gonna be
fix that one
included.
right there too, I
Yeah.
would think.
Yeah.
On that
You
one.
got projects going both directions through that intersection
Yeah,
there.
you'd hope
Surely you
it would fix it anyway.
So as soon as I have a description for you.
tack that one on one of those.
And of course, this map, so y'all know, this map, we got it from Bluegrass ad. Well, I guess the list came from him too. The transportation, the District 7 Transportation Cabinet, they worked with Bluegrass ad to come up with this 6-year road plan. And so, I guess they used the ad because some of these roads will connect with like another county road. For instance, let's talk about Urban Road. So when Ester County does their 6-year road plan, they've probably got one on there that starts at the bridge and goes to Ester County, you know. So, or Big Hill area, you know, Jackson County, you know, they might go to the top of Big Hill, the 421, and make it better on their side, you know, so.
I'd like for you guys to take a look at that map that I handed each one of you. Just check as you look at that map, because this was the map that Representative Smart brought down back in October. And there's some things that are on here that may not be on this map right here. And one of the ones that I'm interested in is that it showed bridge replacement that was number 112600. That's the bridge on 025 at Kingston. Now, that's not on the 6-year plan. That needs to be on the 6-year plan for my district. That'd be one of my top issues for that one. That bridge is tore all to pieces down there.
You talking about just up from the school?
Yeah, where you turn on 025 there and go back toward Bria. That bridge has been hit 3 or 4 times. It's narrow, it's broken up in places.
Sides already fell off.
Yeah, my question about that one, as far as the plan was, is the bridge money. Is that one that could be slid, you know, put in with the 80/20 bridge money? That's,
I
you know,
agree, it needs to be put in Dead Man's Curve on the same road.
Yeah. Yeah.
One of the ladies works in your office, she's been on me over that a dozen times, but I mean, you know, we even offered, and I'm sure Willie probably can vouch for this, we even offered to do the labor if the state would furnish materials, cut it back, because that's failed 2 or 3 times. I know I was through there one time, the big hole come in, and I took a post and job down there so nobody hit it. And they did come fix it, but the whole bank needs to be cut off. But there's one person that owns some land there just don't want to give nothing, want to be paid for it, when in fact it's a state right-of-way and our right-of-way. We don't have to pay for it. And it would make their land worth a lot more money, but I'm still working on it, but I still haven't got approval.
Well, that's just one of the things that, you know, that's not on there that maybe we ought to consider putting on there. And just like the bridge, you know, and just you gentlemen ought to look at the rest of what came down that was on this map and see if those are things that needs to be on here one way or another. And you may, like the judge said earlier, you may have other things in different areas that you want to include on there that's not on either one of the two, for that matter.
You're talking about the bridge there at Potts's garage, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, yeah, that whole
bridge is
sides
full.
fell off here.
Oh, on old US 25
Yeah.
is where you're talking about,
You
okay.
turn right to go.
Yeah,
Right
yeah.
before you get to Kingston there.
That
go
sides
down.
fell off.
Yeah, it's broken
I mean,
up.
it's, you know, the rail, it's not the bridge, but
Yeah.
I'm sure it's gonna
But-
be next.
Slide off of it and this icy road would be.
It's a bad place.
Those sides are concrete, so you know if that concrete's deteriorated that bad, you know the
it has
rest
to,
of that
too.
bridge is deteriorating at the same rate.
That'd be a good place for one of those new type bridges we're putting in.
Big wide.
Well, you've got 3.
It's a big place up that crossings is. Yeah. Well, and 2, you got a lot of people, I mean, just on old US 25 that could probably come to Richmond and work. I mean, there's a lot of residents live out there. I think some of them probably turn across Herndon Lane, and get on 25, head wherever, but. Guys, anything else? Any other questions?
Can you stop the snow?
I've been watching out the window. It's
I am want to tell you all, I think we've decided that we want to have a 2-hour delay tomorrow and Friday, just for the fact of the frigid temperatures. I know we're talking about negative 32. I think just for everybody's safety and letting people sort of stay off the roads, allow the road department to do its job, that we ought to have a 2-hour delay tomorrow and Friday. So we made that call this morning. So.
I don't have any problem with it.
No.
I thought you'd delay ours 2 hours today, but you didn't.
I didn't want to. Hey, if I'd have known the transportation guys weren't going to show up, I probably would have.
Anytime they can reschedule, we can meet with them,
Yeah.
get us
Yeah,
together.
we'll try to meet with them.
We all gotta be in Frankfurt tomorrow.
So our
Is that
charter.
still on? It is. And I can even give y'all, like this guy here, this Chris Cheney. He's the transportation planner for the Bluegrass ad. I mean, I can even give him y'all's,
I've
give
got
y'all
a
a phone
meeting-
number.
I've got a meeting with the Bluegrass ad in Lexington on Monday informative,
Well, I still think,
For the physical court meetings, you want us to pick our top two.
Well, we could even
What we
see
would
if,
prioritize as our top two.
yeah, I mean, I think that if it's your top five, then, you know,
It'll be one apiece.
one apiece, and then I'll pick the one I think's most important, you know, and that'd be our top five, you know. But I mean, we can have them come. We can have them come Tuesday, and just, you know, maybe not get into as much detail here, but just maybe y'all have questions and general questions that you can answer, and you know, because we don't have to go through every one of these. I mean, a lot of them are safety level, so one of y'all's questions is going to be, you know, what does that consist of, you know? And it's going to be the same on every one of them, so we can see if we can't get them here and put it on the agenda for Tuesday.
If on the 23rd, which is Monday, you could do your top two picks based on what you know now and your ones that you have questions on, that way we can focus them and have them at the fiscal court meeting on Tuesday.
Yep.
And then if you wanted to amend your list based on that feedback, then at least get us from 30 down to a manageable 15 or so.
Chris, is there any way you could forward that to our drop page, all those maps, where we could look back over them?
Absolutely.
Okay, appreciate that. Get a little more detail than we came looking at that page, you know?
You know, this gonna be nice to put that in a 5-year, 6-year road plan, but kinda like Roger mentioned, we've had some in there 20 years.
Yeah.
yeah, they can just.
You
they
just
keep
don't know. I
pushing it on
mean,
down
it's
the line.
based on the money that they look at the bypass and breathe.
Yeah.
It's approved, but the money's not there.
Some of them too, though, I guess over the course of time, there's so much heavy population in a lot of those areas now, they're about to the point where they're gonna have to do something with them to improve some of those roads.
And remember, we can add to this list.
Yeah.
You know, if y'all have other sections of the state roads that you feel need to be on this list, you know, because you know down the road it's going to need improvement, or this needs to be done, or that needs to be done, we can add them to this list. Ultimately, at the end of the day, this is a wish list.
Right.
I don't understand it. I really don't. But that's what the Transportation Cabinet asked us to do, and this is the way I guess they've done it for years.
And I'm sure they're gonna be bringing, the recommendation that they make every year. I don't know if they're gonna be bringing it in the next 2 weeks or 4 weeks. It's something that they bring each and every year. Roger, you understand where I'm coming from, don't you? And then we look at that, and they always run out, they'll have 7 or 8 projects. Well, they'll always run out on them, usually around 6. And you don't get, you put it for the next year. That's why we've always done it. I mean, y'all can do it any way you want to, but we would always put the ones that didn't get funded for the next year, and that way you catch them back up. And they're usually pretty good at that. You know, I figured, Judge, they done had you over to go over there. And we
That's generally what happens, I
Yeah.
think, you know, that they've,
Well, we were supposed to meet yesterday,
oh, okay.
and they canceled. And so they rescheduled for, I don't know, March, the 1st of March.
That may be what they're wanting to discuss.
Yep.
But they're usually pretty accurate about what they want to do, and they pretty well know how much money that they're going to be able to give us. Of course, I'm saying this year, it may be a different story with the gas tax.
Yeah.
We might not get near as much. Well, I know we're not going to get near as much. Get what we can get.
but we gotta try to get our share instead of it going to another county.
Right. Yep. Anything else, guys?
I move with adjourn.